One of the projects for today is fixing this shade we put up a couple months ago, maybe 3 months ago. We originally just bought some beams and attached them to the brick wall, and then bought rope, but there was too much slack in the shade, and like we were pulling the rope with our hands and tying it around the hook, but it was still leaving a lot of slack. So my husband, who loves to find gadgets, found this thingy. I don't know what it's called, and the rope loops through it, and you're able to pull and it locks, and so when you pull it doesn't go back, and so it takes away from the slack. I've done these two. I'll show you how I run it through the chingadera. That's what we say when we don't know the name for something in Mexico. So how to run it through la chingadera. So it, yeah, it takes away the slack. So I'll show you that in a moment. Okay, so this is that mechanism that I was talking about, and I'm gonna try and show you. It's real simple. This is how it works. So I lift this hinge up, and it's not gonna be simple this time. Oh, it is. And then I just roll the rope through. And then make sure that I take out the loose end as it's coming through. There it is. I keep pressing this hinge up so it lets it go through. And so then what happens is when I hook it to the beam, to the wooden beam that's on the brick wall, brick fence or brick wall, and to the shade, then I pull through to tighten it, and there's no slack, and the shade goes as high as it possibly can. And then if there's this release latch again, and it releases. So I am going to, I've done 2 sections, there's 2 more sections to do, so I'm going to do the 3rd section right now. One thing I did want to add is that when I cut this rope, I use this lighter to sear the end. It's acrylic, so it becomes like hard, like plastic, so I sear it so it doesn't come undone, and also it's easier to put into the mechanism I was showing you, or la chingadera. So there is the 3rd section, and it definitely took a lot of the slack away. This shade was hanging on the apricot tree. It was like literally pressing down on it, so it definitely is much higher, and I'm going to finish this last section. So it will take away all of the slack, and then the shade will not be resting and oppressing the apricot tree. This is lemon verbena that I got from my backyard. I recently transplanted this tree. It grows from a small size to a mid-sized tree, and you can trim it to cap it at whatever size you prefer. What I'm doing is I'm just scrunching the leaves a little to release the oils and the flavor of the leaf. Oh, I love the way it smells. It reminds me of like lemon jello. That's sort of like the smell that I'm reminded of, my childhood smell. So like lemon, yeah, lemon jello. So I'm scrunching the leaves. And so usually what I do is I just scrunch them and add them to a 12-ounce cup of drinking water, or you can add them, you know, if you use a tumbler for water, or like a bigger jug, whatever that is, you just add a little more, and you let the water infuse with the lemon verbena, and it's got like a lemony flavor, and it's sweet but without the sugar, and it's so refreshing. And of course you can get tons of vitamins and minerals from your herbs when you know, drink them as tea or as water that's infused with these herbs. So lemon verbena is good for colds. It's been traditionally used for indigestion, spasms, and infusion for boosting the immune system, among other things.